Alright, quick tour of the human digestive system step by step so it actually makes sense, and yes, what's up with the gas? I start at the mouth. Teeth are the grinders. Saliva is the lube and the chemistry set. Saliva's got enzymes like amylase that begin breaking down carbs before I even swallow. Then it's down the esophagus, just a muscular slide using rhythmic squeezes called peristalsis, to the stomach. The stomach is like a slow cooker with acid. Hydrochloric acid drops the pH way down. Proteins unravel. Enzymes like pepsin start chopping them up. The stomach also turns food into a smoothie-like mix called chyme. Next stop, the small intestine, the duodenum, jejunum, ileum. The big idea is break it down and soak it up. The pancreas sends enzymes for carbs, proteins, fats. The liver makes bile. The gallbladder stores it. Bile helps dissolve fats so enzymes can get to work. As chyme moves along, the walls, covered in tiny finger-like villi, absorb nutrients into the bloodstream. Sugars, amino acids, fatty acids, vitamins, minerals. Whatever's left rolls into the large intestine, aka the colon. Here's where water gets reclaimed. The resident bacteria, the microbiome, throw a fermentation party. They digest fibers I can't handle, making useful molecules for my body, and gases. So, what gases are actually in there? First, swallowed air, nitrogen, oxygen, when I eat, drink, or talk. Most of that becomes burps from the stomach, quick exits out the top. In the stomach, acid reacting with bicarbonate can make a bit of carbon dioxide, also burp fuel. Lower down, in the colon, microbes get to work on leftovers and fibers. Hydrogen, carbon dioxide. Some people's microbes also make methane. Why the smell? That's the tiny stuff. Sulfur compounds like hydrogen sulfide, methane thiol, dimethyl sulfide. They're a tiny fraction of the gas, but they punch above their weight in the nose. Foods rich in sulfur can intensify that. Eggs, garlic, and crucifer vegetables. If I'm lactose intolerant, undigested lactose hits the colon. Microbes feast. Gas spikes. I feel bloated. Similar story with certain FODMAP carbs, perfectly normal, but sometimes dramatic. Burps versus farts, location and timing. Gas in the stomach heads north. Gas made by microbes in the colon heads south. Movement is all about pressure and peristalsis. Want less gas? Eat slower to swallow less air. Scale fiber up gradually so microbes don't go wild overnight. Note trigger foods. Stay hydrated so everything moves smoothly. Big picture, digestion is a coordinated assembly line. Mechanical breakdown, chemical breakdown, absorption, then a microbial cleanup crew that turns leftovers into useful stuff, with some gassy side effects. And now you know exactly what's happening from first bite to final exit. Fade in. Inside the stomach, protein meets acid, pH drops fast, chief cells release pepsinogen, an inactive precursor. Hydrochloric acid unfolds, proteins flips pepsinogen into pepsin. Pepsin begins the job, snipping big proteins into shorter peptides. Chyme moves to the small intestine where pH rises. The pancreas ships trypsinogen and other zymogens safely inactive. Enterokinase on the intestinal brush border activates trypsinogen to trypsin. Trypsin triggers an activation cascade, turning on more proteases. Together they cleave peptides into dipeptides, tripeptides amino acids. Brush border peptidases finish the trim. Transporters pull products into blood. Big picture. Pepsin starts an acid. Trypsin leads a neutral. Team effort, clean fuel. On screen, a simple labeled chart. Mouth, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, liver, gallbladder, large intestine, bloodstream food, enters at the mouth. Chew, mix with enzymes, down the esophagus. In the stomach, acid unfolds proteins, pepsin starts cutting. In the small intestine, enterokinase activates trypsin. Team proteases finish the job. Brush border enzymes trim. Nutrients absorb into blood. Microbes in the large intestine ferment leftovers. Hello gas. Which stop on this map does the most work for protein digestion? Summary time: digestive system at a glance, mouth and stomach, chew, saliva, acid, first enzymes. Small intestine, bile and pancreatic enzymes, villi absorb nutrients. Large intestine, water reclaimed, microbes ferment fibers, gases form. Quick question: which organ stores bile?